Everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a comic book review on the Ultimate Universe #1 one-shot. So this is a comic book that essentially is part 5 to the Marvel Comics Ultimate Invasion 4-part miniseries that was written by Jonathan Hickman. So if you guys have not had a chance to go and check out our Ultimate Invasion trade paperback review, I would highly recommend you guys go and do that, because that way you guys can understand what is happening in this comic book. So I will just echo one of the very similar things that I said in the Ultimate Invasion trade paperback review, and that basically this Ultimate Universe #1 one-shot special should have been a part of that book. There is absolutely no reason why this shouldn't have been in there. It's just no reason. Actually, when you read this, you'll go, damn, Marvel Comics is really fucking stupid. Yeah, the same company that recently, killed off Deadpool to replace him with his daughter, or the same company that's going to basically reboot Ultimate Spider-Man back to a #1, a series that never even falls out of like the top 10 as far as like bestsellers. But you know what? Marvel Comics has been doing stupid decisions for a very, very long time. Like when they switched out Steve Rogers for, Falcon to be Captain America. Yeah, stupid things this company always does.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, so this was actually a whole lot more better to read, because it did actually culminate everything that Jonathan Hickman did set up in Ultimate Invasion. So if you already read Ultimate Invasion and you liked that 4-part miniseries, you will definitely like the Ultimate Universe #1 one-shot special. The standout character to me in this book was Thor. Thought he really did his thing, actually. I feel like when Jonathan Hickman actually wrote Thor, he made Thor, at least in my head, sound like who Thor is. Because, if you guys only have seen like Chris Hemsworth in Marvel as far as like your iteration of Thor, no. I know a lot of you guys watch the MCU movies and some of you may read comics. If you actually look at this Thor compared to the Chris Hemsworth version of Thor you have on the big screen, it is a night and day different. I love this version of Thor. Cool as fuck. Buff, muscular, talks like he's got some sense to him. And I know a lot of you guys may like the Maker as a villain. I'm kind of iffy on him so far. He actually is not in here. So, because I know the last book was really confusing for a lot of people, and it's a lot of information you had to take in from the Ultimate Invasion trade paperback. So essentially, toward the end of the book, Tony Stark's dad, Howard Stark, figured out a way to basically seal the Maker and that specific planet in some sort of like, how would you say it? Like he sealed them in some way.
It's like in this little
pocket dimension.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah.
It's like in a pocket prison.
So essentially, Tony's dad figured out how to seal the Maker with him in this pocket dimension, so things don't get much worse, because as we know, because they even stated in this book, that the Maker was planning on, screwing up all of the heroes' origins, like Thor's, Captain America's, Spider-Man's. Obviously, he did screw up,
Yeah, he did screw
Stark's.
up. I think he'd screwed up, what they say, in like something, there was hundreds of them. Like he did get the plans, and they are trying to reverse what he's done, basically,
And
while he's out in his pocket prison dimension.
So I know Brian Hitch did the art for the Ultimate Invasion trade paperback. The artist on this book specifically was, oh goodness gracious, who's the artist on this book? He did a pretty good job, actually. I forgot the artist who was on this book so far when we're doing this review. Or
his last name was Castelli.
Castelli, yes, did a great job. Actually, it felt like he did a nice job compared to the art style that was Brian Hitch's. I'm sorry, Castelli, if I forgot your name, because generally sometimes when it comes to comic book guys, I generally only remember the writer unless the artist is like some massive name. So I'm sorry, Castelli. I'm not saying you didn't do anything, but you did a pretty good job here, I'll say.
Yeah.
But what about you, man? What was your general thoughts on this?
I thought this moved a lot quicker than the Ultimate Invasion. I like that basically all you have to know about Ultimate Invasion is the maker is creating a new universe where there's no superheroes, and there's these factions of people that we know as the characters, like Hulk and Captain Britain and, like, you know, a couple of other guys. But our guys that we're supposed to be attached to, which would be Tony Stark, this version of Reed Richards, who is Doctor Doom, they're going out and trying to right the wrongs of what the maker has done.
Yeah.
And I thought for a setup for a new universe, it was done very well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this paid off a lot of the things that were set up in Ultimate Invasion.
There was a lot of setup in that Ultimate Invasion trade. John,
There was.
God, I've read so much stuff by that guy recently. He's just, even though I love to hate him because he had me read Wolverine Revenge, and that was actually one of my favorite books of 2024. I've now read Ultimate Spider-Man #1, and we will be doing a review of that trade because I have it over here, guys. See, I'm not lying to Labs this time around where I told about that Green Arrow one. I have it right here. I can prove it. The Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1, Married with Children, right here. See? Black people do not lie. Wait, whoa.
I have all the singles. I'm up to, I think, 13.
I know I bought.
That.
I know I bought Ultimate Black Panther. I know I put that in one of my comic book hauls, and I have to buy the Ultimate X-Men trade. So I'll probably just get mostly everything in trade. But nevertheless, going back to this, as the book opens up right here, 2 weeks ago, the city was sealed, trapping the Imperator of Earth, the maker, inside. Now in his absence, a quiet war has broken out across the planet to shape what will happen to his kingdom. So some want to control the world, some want to free it. So essentially, later on in the book, that group of characters that we saw that you just talked about, Captain Britain, Hulk, I would appear to be Moon Knight in there because he's talking about Khonshu, which is directly connected like Moon Knight.
Yeah, I think it's Moon Knight and what's the other one? Something Moon. The other Moon Knight guy.
I'll just say I can give two shits about those characters in that book because they were just so boring and just useless. But I feel like there was a place for them in this book as far as like they were the ones to frame Tony Stark.
Yes, they were the ones that want to control the stuff while Maker's gone.
I would just say so. Essentially, are they the Illuminati? Would you say
they're their version of the Illuminati in that world, unlike the Illuminati in the Marvel 616 that is like made up of superhero
and good
characters.
guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're more like a mafia style thing.
I thought the story really came together at the very end of the book. Like everything else was good. The pacing was good. Dialogue was pretty good. I did like the interactions with Thor and the rest of the other Ultimates. Because keep on, guys, this is not the Avengers that's in this book. This is the Ultimates. Okay, and the same what's his name? The leader of the Fantastic Four. Fucking hell, I'm blanking on his name. Reed Richards. So the Reed Richards that was essentially the slave of the Maker is Doctor Doom here. So essentially, you have Iron Lad, which is Tony Stark, as you guys know. Reed Richards is Doctor Doom. And then you have Thor and you have Sif. Captain America is so weird. I think that's the only issue I really have with the book is that Captain America is like right here on the cover. As you can see, he's just nowhere in the book outside of like a cameo appearance.
Well, I think it's because like it's the Ultimates, you know, like people, I think they put that there because, you know, when you associate the Ultimates, it's usually a Captain America led, you know, team. So maybe we'll get him moving forward. Yeah,
so that's most of the people you have on the team there. They do give you a little preview here of like Ultimate X-Men. There's another problem with Marvel that I just, oh my God, please, and DC does this too, please stop doing this. If you're going to add in someone's story, add the whole thing or don't add it at all. I could give two shits. It's not actually a fault of Jonathan Hickman or Caselli, who was the writer, artist in this book. You get this like 2-page preview. It's like just end the book.
Literally, I don't like the little previews.
Literally, the ad is right there. It's over after the big setup is paid off and everything. This right here could just end the book right there. If you're going to give me a 2-page preview of the Ultimate X-Men, just don't put that in there.
That was nothing, by the way.
I actually didn't read it at all. I mean,
it was nothing.
I didn't read it at all. I could give two shits about what that did. I'll just go. I told you, I'm just gonna go pick up the trade. I'll just read in the trade. Why did I need a 2-page fucking story here?
Yeah, and it's nothing to sell you on the book.
And they're selling you a book for $6.99. Yeah, I remember when I bought this. I actually credit enough. This is the second reprint of the book. So I initially bought it when it dropped, and I bought the Thor variant because I thought the Thor variant looked absolutely great. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do everything in order now since this universe in this Marvel way just started. I was like, you know what? I'll get the Ultimate Invasion paperback. I got that when I was at Cops and Comics last year at the G&G FNT meetup for 2024. And I was like, you know what? Okay, this is getting a reprint of this week. I'll buy this. And I already had ordered the other stuff. So now in my collection, I just have to order Ultimate X-Men. And I'll be getting the Ultimates this following week coming up when we're doing this review for the Ultimate Universe #1. One-shot comic. But yeah, Marvel, please stop doing that. That is not worth charging an extra $1 for. Look, guys, I shit you not. This is all they're giving you. 2 pages. Give me the whole first issue or just fucking don't do it at all. It's so damn fucking lazy. Oh my goodness. But let's go with some of the story. So I'll say it here. Some of the art in this book is absolutely great. Man, Caselli really did this thing. The images of Thor right there. Right when he was fighting. This right there. Thought it was really, really good. Let's go over some of the story right now. So let's start. So 2 weeks have passed since 2 weeks have passed since the city was sealed. Richards has taken up the name of Doom as he and Iron Lad spring Thor from his cell in Asgard. When they reach Mjolnir, they find it guarded by the prison's warden Sif and a few Asgardian soldiers. So before that, as you guys can see, they tried to get Captain America out of his suspended animation because he's still frozen, actually. And
they're not having so much luck with that.
Thor's like, I'll just break him out. It's like, no, you can't do that, buddy. So, guys, the reason why he can't do that makes perfect logical sense. If Thor used his hammer to get him out of that, he would kill him.
Yes.
Literally, if he smacked it hard enough, he would kill him. So, yeah, good actually idea not to do that.
I liked how when we'll call him Reed Richards Doom. When Reed Richards Doom and Tony Stark were getting Thor out of his cell, the dialogue between Doom and Thor was fantastic. I thought it was written very good. It was like I said, it was so Thor compared to what we get in movie form, where I think Thor just makes too many jokes.
They even gave him that fish out of water element that, to be fair, I get why people would criticize it, but I found it kind of funny that he's such a brute that he forgot he could just pull Mjolnir to him and break him out of the cell, but he'd rather just get broken out. I don't know if he
forgot. I think he wanted to make the point. That was what I thought. I thought he wanted to make the point of, hey, I'm out of here and I'm leaving and there ain't shit you can do about it.
That part right there where he's saying, hey, I'm not leaving unless I have my hammer. And they're like, wait a minute. Couldn't you have just pulled it to you instead of just doing this? But like I said before, he is like, it's two elements you could look at it from. Either he just wanted to make a point because he's like, I'm Thor. You're not gonna do anything to me. Or he's wanted to just like basically just, make sure he wanted to make that journey to get Mjolnir back. Several different ways you could look at it, but I thought it was great. That moment where he got it back and he powered himself up, awesome.
And he did, they were talking about, well, we could leave here in this trans-dimensional ship. Like, what does he have that's better? And he got the hammer, and it's like, well, that
he did the whole Bifrost moment there.
It's like, that hammer's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you like the version of it where it has the axe on it, or do you like the full hammer version of it?
I like the hammer.
Yeah,
I'm a hammer guy.
The original one, where the original Ultimate Thor, we had the axe on it. I just thought it looked ugly, honestly, guys.
I wasn't a fan.
Iron Lad attacks.
I just like it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you a black guy? I'm joking. Iron Lad attacks. Thor calls Mjolnir to him. As he defeats the remaining soldiers, Thor then teleports himself, Iron Lad, and Dr. Doom away from the prison with Sif caught in the process. I'll be honest here, I didn't notice that. I legit thought she wasn't there in the ship.
Yeah, she jumps like right at the end and like jumps into the Bifrost. And then they show like
Oh, you're right. Now I know I see it now.
They show the soldiers like, hey, where the hell did they go?
God, at least give him the Warriors 3, but
and imagine being one of those guys,
Mm-hmm.
That's working for Sif, and she's just like pieces out, and now what do you do?
Oh, also there was some really awesome facial expressions here in this book that I really, really enjoyed when they really zeroed in on them to really get the actual like impact of the emotional weight of when they're talking. Yeah, it didn't have to be serious. It was just, kind of cool to see nice serious dialogue come out. So I can see why a lot of people like this. This was a fun read. It was an enjoyable, fun read, and it all paid off if you actually did read the Ultimate Invasion book, which, you read that, you might want to get some NyQuil, honestly.
Well, I think Hickman has a very good way of writing dialogue for serious moments, and the art definitely matched what I thought was a pressing moment of Thor saying, I can get him out of here right now, and then he's like, no, you can't, we have to do it this way, and then he speaks to him.
If this was a rated R book, he did it and he hit it with his hammer and his head came off. That'd have been pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, I would probably laugh my ass off.
and Thor gives him a speech because he feels that they are united brothers in this war that they have. And that's very Thor. That is so Thor, though.
Yeah.
That is very Thor. And I thought the dialogue was written extremely well.
Moments later, at Stark Tower, the four stand before a frozen Captain America as Iron Lad states that getting him out will be a complicated process. Iron Lad works to persuade Sif into helping them as he states Thor is supposed to be the king of Asgard. Mm. Yeah. Actually, at that point, confused him because he was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Apparently, since as you guys know what the Maker did, he essentially did things at pivotal moments in time where they didn't become superheroes the way they were normally supposed to be. So in this specific Ultimate Universe, Loki killed Odin. Mm-hmm. And then he ended up framing Thor for it, and that's why Thor ended up being in prison.
Yep. And Loki's, I guess, reigning over Asgard, which would be loads of fun. Let me tell you.
Doom explains that the Maker blows his back out. No, it's not porn, guys. It's not porn. Almost got you guys there. Doom explains that the Maker comes from another universe and made Earth 616 in his image by averting the origins of its heroes, and that they are working to undo his changes by using the memory log on Earth 616's heroes while he is trapped in the city. Tony reveals the Maker helped Loki kill Odin and steal Thor's birthright. Thor agrees to help them, with Sif states that she will stick around. Of course she has to stick around.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you know what? I'll help you guys.
Yeah, she can act all badass, but she's not taking on all three of them.
Not even that. Where's she going to go? Bitch, what are you going to do?
Too.
Good Lord. Fucking hell.
There is that.
So later on, they have to go to Latveria, and they enter a room filled with different repositories. That's how they pronounce it in the book?
Yeah, so basically it's like the Reed Richards character was able to steal all the memory logs from the Maker. He was able to hack them. So he knows where to go to get all of the things that the Maker took away to make these heroes not become heroes. So they are going in there to grab all of the things that they need to set time and the heroes correct.
Yeah. So
repositories, or however they pronounce it.
I almost pronounced it suppositories. I almost did it.
I mean, that would make for a very interesting, hey, Thor, you got to give all these suppositories. Come here.
Sif speculates that each one must contain a relic of a stolen life, with Doom stating each one holds around 100. Before they make plans, they are ambushed by Duggery, who wounds Thor and knocks down the rest before Iron Lad fires a repulsor blast at his face. Yeah, he actually shot the repulsor blast through his eye and gave him just one eye. That was actually pretty cool. I'll say
it was crazy. Thor was making this speech, and then Duggery just comes up behind him and stabs him in the heart. Stabs him right through the back, through his chest.
Fucking hell, man. Holy shit. Gruesome. After Thor manages to transport the group and one repository back to Stark Tower, Iron Lad uses an invention to help heal Thor as Doom finds a spider in his repository. Back in Latveria, Henry informs the council of what happened and that Howard's son was responsible for his injuries. Hulk gives his condolences to Henry as he claims that Tony has given them North America. Ooh, it's not good. It's definitely not good. Iron Lad and Doom see a Stark/Stain space station about to fire on Stark Tower as Hulk states to Duggery that they intend to frame Tony and his allies as terrorists in a false flag attack. So yeah, so if you guys read Ultimate Spider-Man #1, where it's like talked about through in the book that Tony Stark is framed for like attacking planet Earth, yeah, that was not, he didn't do it.
Right.
The council did.
It was not him.
To frame him. Yep. The space station fires as Tony uses the engine built in its armor to teleport the group. Hulk states to the rest of the council that they will pin the destruction on Stark, as while they were the ones who fired the laser, his family's company built the satellite. Yeah, as you guys know in the Ultimate Invasion book, it's revealed that they build satellites and weaponry for space and for Earth. So, okay.
And that would be, since nobody really knows about this secret council, the only evidence that they could look for to blame anybody is where it came from, and it's the Stark. Yeah, so it's a good plan all around.
Yeah, I'll say for all the setup. You know, as far as boring as Ultimate Invasion was when I read it, guys, all the setup did pay off. I will give him that. All the setup pay off. John, could you please do it for me, buddy? Write some sex scenes. Could I not have a scene where Thor just thrusts Sif up against the wall and starts eating her out? Could I not have that?
I mean, you could, but you know, it's not going to happen.
Oh my God. Good Lord.
I mean, I would still read it.
But I mean, this,
thine munching of vagina might not work well in text form.
When the book was over and you see that facial expression from Tony right as the world sees him as a criminal, oh my God, that's what this. I'll say, man, this book had so many good just shots of the characters and their facial expressions. I'm not gonna lie here. This might be a bold prediction right now as I'm doing this review for the Ultimate Universe #1 one-shot. This might be one of my funnest reads of 2025 so far. Super fun read. Yeah, it's fun. 1 week later, a news report states that thousands of lives were lost in the Manhattan area as the newsman lists a few names on a database that are speculated to have perished, which includes, but are not limited to, Emily Osborn, Norman Osborn, because as you guys know in Ultimate Spider-Man #1, if you just read #1, it's confirmed they're dead, and May Parker. In the following news of international events during this period of upheaval, it stated that on Hai no Kuni, a mysterious incident occurred in which a car explosively collided with a bicycle on the street, putting the driver in serious condition while the bicyclist escaped without a scratch. There are also breakouts of regional infighting in the upper and lower kingdoms, and supposedly an insurgence occurring against the rule of Lord Ra and Lord Khonshu, which is obviously Moon Knight. So eventually we're going to get like Ultimate Moon Knight at some point. And later on, you also see that's Black Panther in this universe. It shows you a silhouette of Black Panther.
Yes.
It's right there, as you can see. When anyone says Khonshu, I'm always assuming Moon Knight. Anytime.
Yeah. Well, they had, Moon Knight to me is like, he needs to be
poor man's Batman.
Well, yes and no, but it needs to be written in a way that is transparent because of the Khonshu, and then there's the Hunter's Moon, and then there's all this other stuff, you know what I mean, and Mr. Knight, and all these personalities that they always try to hit on. And it's like, if it's not transparent, then it's like, just don't use him. Please don't use him. Yep. Please.
The newsman speculates on Tony Stark's motive for the attack while stating the public may never know why he did it and that he has presumably perished in the blast. What they don't know is that Tony secretly survived along with his allies, suggesting the forming of a resistance efforts against the council. Yeah. So you're saying there's some kind of ultimates?
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the best shots of the book to signify that they're not gonna. Funnest comic books I've read in a while. Didn't have the usual Jonathan Hickman.
No, because that's honestly how the beginning of his books are, and then you get that middle.
All right.
That's usually how it goes.
And that essentially said right there.
Yep.
I think it all wrapped up just nicely with the oh my goodness. Yeah, the start with Ultimate Invasion. Jokes aside. I think everything on one-shot comic special. Fucking hell. Why did they not include this?
It should have
literally essentially part 5. This wraps up everything.
Especially in a trade. Like, come on, man. Like,
you know what they're gonna put this in, guys? They're gonna put this in the Ultimates trade. And it's like, that's not a bad place to put it if you're looking. This has more impact when you know what
more payoff for what happened in Ultimate Invasion than it does setting up the pages where you see like Thor, Captain America, what the fallout was from Ultimate Invasion.
Listening and having fun watching this review of the Ultimate is that the next Ultimate book we're gonna do either with me or we're gonna be reviewing. We're gonna do a comic book review. Married with Children Volume 1, and then I have to find where I put my Ultimate. I literally have to find it. I know I put it up on my shelf somewhere. And then after that, we have the Ultimates coming out later on this week when we're doing this review. Thoughts on the Ultimate Universe #1 one shot?
First was good. It was good to expound and close up. I will say I thought for setting up the Ultimate gives us more text, but the absolute DC, the absolute I thought read possibly for setting up the universe, but it didn't give us nearly the amount that will make the books like Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate X-Men, and better setup.
Yeah.
So we understand the universe. So for out of the two universes that were started, I think the Ultimate Universe has a better history to expound upon.
There's a world you're thinking where they could have just made them like an oversized issue, you know, and just maybe you could have just had this one as the 4th part now. But yeah, overall, we got through and we read and we did a review of the trade paperback for Ultimate Invasion. Thought it was certainly one of the comic books I've read of all time. certainly a book. I'll say that. But the Ultimate Invasion #1 one shot. Thought it was a fun read, great read. Art was really good by Stefano Caselli. Jonathan Hickman tied everything up, really great. The action was good, pacing was good. I like the whole like heist moment they did there where they had to go back to that one, they had to go to that one place to get something. The payoff with the council, essentially setting up Tony Stark, was really good. Yeah, honestly, I'm not joking, guys. One of my favorite reads so far of the year. Actually, I was really surprised when I was like, this is pretty good. Holy fuck. You know?
It's good.
All I needed some sex scenes with Thor and Sif. Come on, Jonathan. What we doing here, dude? You know Thor's got at least 9 inches.
The sex has to sell.
But yeah, my boy Thor did his thing there. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. We're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Deuces. Peace. Hi. All right. We have one more thing to do. Unless you want to do it later because you're busy.
Yeah, I got to go. I got to be somewhere about 20 minutes.
You left me. You left me.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving me like my dad.
Oh, well, not like that. I'll be back.
Oh, God. Dang it. Oh, Lord. Okay, so we'll just save that topic for. Okay, so I don't know if Anna's going to come through. I really don't.
Just let me know tomorrow.
Okay, so do you have this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
Brian Azzarello's Joker. Yeah.
Okay, so I will let you know tomorrow, early on tomorrow, if she hits me back. If she doesn't, then we'll just do this around. Well, you said Thursday works for you, like what, 6? You said?
Yeah, I can do that around 6.
Okay, and then we'll do the Marvel topic on that one then.
Okay.
Because I legit started reading this, And I told people the reason why I sometimes read the books closer to the show's time is because it gives me that first feeling sensation of going through it, and I have a fresh look at it.
Yes.
You know. So yeah, anything you want to plug before we go? Anything you're working on? You want to let the audience know about?
Next week, for the first week of February, I will have